think she'd be proud that we never gave up. As a mother, you will never, ever stop fighting for justice. Justice for Brittany.
Right now, nearly 15 years later, a high-profile Madison murder case comes to a close. Plus, we are live in Rock County with an update on the murder trial of Marcus Randall L., now wrapping up its first week. You're watching News 3 now at 6. Thanks for joining us tonight. It has been a murder mystery in downtown Madison, unsolved for more than 14 years. Today, it came to an end. A judge sentencing David Call, who admitted to killing Brittany Zimmerman inside her apartment in 2008, to life in prison with no chance for parole.
You did finally take responsibility for what you did, and you did plead guilty. And as I say, that you did spare her family and friends the agony of going through a public trial. But it does not negate the years of your obfuscation and obstruction regarding the investigation in this case.
Before the sentence was handed down, Call took a moment to apologize to the Zimmerman family, admitting he took so much away from them.
I just feel horrible. I feel horrible. And I'm accepting the punishment that I got coming.
Now, this is a case that has hung over the city of Madison for nearly 15 years. That murder happened in April of 2008 inside Brittany Zimmerman's West Doty Street apartment. David Call was identified as a person of interest in the case. His DNA found inside the apartment, but investigators didn't have enough to charge him until March of 2020. Call eventually pleading guilty to the murder in a court hearing October of 2022 and received that sentence today. We have continuing team coverage. Nicole Herzog, who is following up with police and how they have approached this case over the years. But first, let's head to Tahlil Mohadeen, who heard from Zimmerman's family today and is live where that murder happened almost 15 years ago.
Eric, it was on this block on Doty Street that the then 21-year-old Brittany Zimmerman lost her life after she was followed home into her apartment. As a UW student, she had dreams of becoming a doctor, and her family says she would have done it. But now they have to live with never knowing for sure what she would have become. It's a day the Zimmermans have relived over and over.
April 2nd, 2008.
More than 14 years later, the family is finally getting justice.
What he did was unspeakable. And to not have the person responsible for that behind bars, it was unacceptable to us.
Since that horrible day in 2008, when a chaplain and 2 Madison police officers came to their door with news that their 21-year-old daughter had been found dead in her downtown apartment, everything changed.
What he did was unspeakable.
Jean and Kevin Zimmerman were never outspoken people, but it was then they found their voice. Today, a family friend is helping them continue speaking, reading the words of Brittany's father.
David Call was nothing more than a worthless piece of skin and a killer. He has no remorse, and he's just sad he got caught.
The 56-year-old's apology in court today didn't mean much.
I feel horrible. And I'm accepting the punishment that I got coming.
He only did it so that his family and his mother specifically would not have to hear the gruesome details of what he did to our daughter.
They are, however, finding some comfort, knowing David Call, serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole, will never hurt another person. As tough as it is for Brittany's parents to cope, they say they're learning to live life without their daughter. But that doesn't mean forgetting about what happened.
Tahlil, thank you. And despite nearly 15 years of investigating, the Madison Police Department says it was never a cold case. Nicole Herzog has more on MPD's remarks after Call was sentenced in the Zimmerman case this afternoon. Nicole?
Yeah, the Madison Police Department knew this day would come. It was just a matter of how they got there. That's what MPD's lead investigator on the Zimmerman case said in a press conference today. As for why the investigation took so long, Daniel Nail with MPD said technology posed the greatest challenge. The case was always under active investigation, but having the right tools to examine DNA evidence was critical.
If you're currently going to school here, I mean, just be aware of your surroundings. Always, try to go places with other people. Don't go out late at night by yourself.
Now the department is hoping the community can take comfort in the case being closed. Nail said the case provoked MPD to reimagine the Detective Bureau as a whole, prompting them to create a violent crimes unit and take a more specialized approach to homicide cases.
Nicole, thank you. And if you want to learn more about the case, we have more extensive, in-depth reporting on our website, channel3000.com. Next at 6, after what was a mild start to the month, we're now entering a more normal pattern as we near the end of January. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary.
I think those weather words kind of tell the story. Feels like January. It does. Temperatures are pretty close to normal, just a little bit above average. Lots of clouds today, but very little in the way of precipitation anywhere across the state. There were a couple of flurries up north earlier this morning. Now the only thing showing up on Doppler track is some snow showers and flurries across southwestern Michigan, northern Indiana. Here in southern Wisconsin, we are precipitation free, and there's actually some breaks in the clouds. High temperatures today. 32 here in Madison. That was at midnight. 34 in Janesville. 20s to the north and west. Right now, temperatures are just a couple of degrees below those highs. 27 right now, Madison. 29 degrees in Middleton. 30 degrees right now in Edgerton. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, temperatures very uniform, between about 25 and 30 degrees. There's not much of a breeze, so wind chill's not much of a factor. Generally between about 19 and 24 degrees. Otherwise, look for mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures dropping off to about 24 by late evening. We'll be dry for tomorrow, but we'll see the possibility for some snow tomorrow night. I'll tell you when it'll arrive and how much we can expect in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Today marks the end of the first week of the trial for Marcus Randall L. He is the former Badger football player charged in the deaths of Brittany McAdory and Sierra Winchester, who were killed in Janesville back in 2020. Friends and family of the victims are in the courtroom watching and giving testimony as well. Our Catherine Merck joins us live outside the Rock County Courthouse to tell us what those close to the victims said on the stand. Catherine?
Today, we heard more witness testimony from those who knew the victims in this double homicide, and we also learned more about their relationship with their accused killer, Marcus Randall L. One testimony of note this afternoon, Sierra Winchester's mother. She said she remembers Randall L. being outside of her home before and that she knew he was friends with her daughter. She expressed lots of emotion to the court while explaining her relationship with her daughter.
Can you tell me about your relationship with Sierra before that?
She was my best friend, not just my daughter.
Okay. And why do you say that?
Because we were really close.
Winchester's mother was also able to identify the woman in a Janesville TA Express surveillance video as her daughter, Sierra Winchester. That video was the last known time that Sierra Winchester and Brittany McAdory were seen together before they were killed. Reporting live in Janesville, I'm Catherine Merck for News 3 Now.
Catherine, thank you. Also in Rock County, Janesville police say they've arrested a man who called 911 and told dispatchers he had tried to kill his wife. Happened at a home on Franklin Street where police found the 33-year-old man waiting. Police say he was cooperative and was arrested without incident and is now facing tentative charges of first-degree attempted homicide and domestic violence. The woman was taken to the hospital for her injuries. We have not yet gotten an update on her condition. An update tonight, police in Darlington say a man who had not been heard from since October has been found dead. 75-year-old Eugene Taylor has homes in Darlington and also in Alaska. He's been considered missing and endangered, but this week, state troopers in Alaska say they found his body. It appears he had passed away of natural causes. The Dane County Jail Project will not be on the April ballot. Late last night, the Dane County Board rejected a referendum proposal by a 21-14 vote. It goes against pleas from the Dane County Sheriff and Dane County Executive for an alternate plan to address jail overcrowding and poor conditions there. The question would have asked voters for up to $13.5 million to keep the project alive. Design work is continuing, but without that referendum on the ballot to close the funding gap, the county will need to find the money elsewhere before construction can get underway. Protecting a single-family home neighborhood or addressing affordable housing issues by allowing larger duplexes in their place. Madison, once again, is debating that issue after a proposal passed this week allowing properties zoned single-family in some areas to level up, so to speak, to duplexes if desired. Naomi Coles joins us with more. Naomi?
Eric, I sat down today with two alders on opposite sides of the issue. I wanted to have a longer conversation about what happened at City Council earlier this week. Council President Keith Furman supports what's called a transit-oriented development plan, which includes some historical districts in the city. But Alder Bill Tischler, at a minimum, wanted to keep the historical districts out of that change. I asked them on the For the Record to discuss the issues in real time.
We need to continue as a community to look for places where we could add additional density. The transit-oriented development is such a easy place because we already know that pieces are in place to make transportation better in those areas.
We also need to take, kind of pause, maybe slow down a little bit. We're throwing a lot at Madison residents right now. Where we should be looking at doing the infill and the density is, again, looking at building up.
Ultimately, it's a debate over where to put affordable housing and how to build it. I'm diving deep into the issue with these two elders. That's coming up this Sunday on For the Record at 10:30.
Naomi, thank you. Still ahead at 6, the third anniversary of a day that truly changed America and the world, plus how a local brewery is planning to celebrate 10 years in business tomorrow. Stay with us.
Lean back and save big this winter at the Century House. Right now, save hundreds going from one grade of stressless leather to a superior grade for free. Or save $300 and get a free battery when you purchase any stressless mic or stressless max motorized recliner or any stressless classic power recliner. Don't miss out. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
Cold winter weather's here, so why feel it inside your own home and in your wallet? USA Insulation's premium injection foam fills every crevice of your walls, even going over your existing inferior insulation. Our foam gives you high-tech comfort and saves you money on utility bills year-round. So stop bundling up and start building savings. Call now and get up to a 30% tax credit and low monthly payments.
USA Insulation.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. It may feel like a lifetime ago, but today marks 3 years since the first COVID-19 case was officially confirmed in the U.S. It was diagnosed in Snohomish County, Washington. That's just north of Seattle. It was January 20th of 2020. The patient, who has still not been identified, was a man in his 30s. And later, studies found evidence that the virus had been in the U.S. weeks before that first case was officially confirmed. Alphabet, the parent company of Google, announcing today it is cutting about 12,000 jobs. Now, Alphabet grew its workforce by more than 50,000 employees during the pandemic as demand for its digital services boomed. But in recent quarters, business has slowed for the company. More local news now. Madison's Carbon 4 Brewing will be celebrating its 10th anniversary at its tap room tomorrow from 4 to 9 p.m. This anniversary party will be a special community gathering that includes 2 commemorative beer releases after 2 years of smaller capacity parties due to the pandemic. Carbon 4 anticipates this celebration will be its largest yet. Over the past decade, the company has grown from less than 200 barrels the first year to producing over 11,000 barrels annually. Madison police officers taking part in a chili cook-off today. MPD employees could volunteer to be part of the internal competition at the Midtown Police Station. This was their chance to bring their best chili recipes to the table. Our very own Josh Spreiter joined Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes, Fire Chief Chris Carbon, and Urban League President Dr. Ruben Anthony to help judge the spiciest and most unique.
We're really spread out through the city. We've got 6 different districts. Officers go long periods of time without seeing each other, and something like this is just a good way to get people together, something fun, something to raise a little bit of money and eat some good food.
MPD employees then had the opportunity to buy a bowl of chili or samples, and the money raised will be donated to the families of 4 MPD officers and recently retired officers who've passed away. There's more to come at 6, and we come back a preview of a weekend pond hockey tournament up in northern Wisconsin, getting back to the sport's roots. Plus, looking ahead to the weekend, more seasonable weather is on the way. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti will have his full forecast next.
Ashley's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late to our warehouse and must be sold. This is your chance to save as much as 85% while it lasts. Plus, get 60 months special financing store-wide, only at Ashley.
There's nothing like volunteering at the fire department.
There's nothing like hitting the waves.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't always been easy.
Since my skin was so irritated and itchy.
And even worse with all my gear on.
Now, I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema. So adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. Au jus, in case your French dip gets thirsty. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat. Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. If you or a loved one were stationed at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987 and were later diagnosed with cancer, Parkinson's disease, or other serious health effects, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Call right now to find out if you qualify.
Call 1-800-336-0524. 1-800-336-0524.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late and must be sold. Whirlpool microwaves now just $1.99. Amana washer and dryer pairs now just $9.99. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive. You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
The Wisconsin Pond Hockey Classic is back in Wausau, kicking off today and marks the 12th year of the tournament, and organizers are preparing for the event while teams are getting ready to compete. Jade Fleury gives us a preview.
It goes back to the roots of hockey and how it all started on the ponds and on the lakes.
52 teams from across the country will be making their way to Wausau to compete in the 2023 Wisconsin Pond Hockey Classic.
We got novice all the way to what we would consider an open division, which is going to be most of your higher level players.
However, pond hockey is a little different than regular hockey.
We play with goals that are only 6 inches high, and there's about a 6-inch gap on each side.
Hockey with a twist, no boundaries.
There's no lines, there's no offsides, there's no icing, and it's 4-on-4, so we have no goalies.
But to put a sporting event on ice, players and organizers are at the mercy of the weather.
This is the first year we've had to deal with snow this close to the tournament. But typically, we usually have a decent amount of ice. If we don't have, enough ice, we have backup plans or contingency plans that we work with.
The Wisconsin Pond Hockey Classic also brings in money to local businesses.
It brings people here.
Accenture Tent Rental provides shelter for players and spectators.
In the past, we've done tables and chairs, but this is the first time we're doing the tent for the event.
Well, the local businesses are going to be impacted by the guys coming out and going to the food and eating food, staying in hotels, buying gas, all the same things that would happen with normal tourism that would come into the area.
And that was Jade Fleury reporting. This year's tournament is estimated to have about 400 participants, with hundreds more watching the action. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with a look at our certified most accurate forecast as we head for the weekend. Gary?
Yeah, temperatures are going to be seasonably cold, and we will have plenty of clouds. Look for those temperatures to be near or just slightly above average through the middle part of next week. There'll be some snow shower chances Saturday night, and then again Tuesday night into Wednesday of next week. And then it'll be followed by colder weather. Below normal temperatures return for a while, starting at the end of next week and into next weekend and the start of the following week. Doppler track, pretty quiet across Wisconsin. Just some lake effect snow showers and flurries downwind from Lake Michigan. Future track, though, beginning at 6 p.m. Saturday, shows a weather system passing to our south. Notice the snow starting to spread northward, but it gets about to Madison by about midnight, and that's pretty much about it. And then it winds down pretty quickly as the whole system heads off to the east. So that would limit any snow accumulations. Future track snow accumulations show less than an inch, mainly from Madison southward. Areas north of Madison will probably just see flurries, if anything. Another weather system as we head into next week brings the potential for some accumulating snow. This will be next Tuesday night into Wednesday. The bulk of the heavier snow will stay to our south and east. We'll be on the northern fringes of it. Maybe some lake effect snows bringing a couple of inches close to Milwaukee, Racine, and Kenosha. Madison, maybe an inch or two, but again, north and west of Madison, very little in the way of snowfall. The other longer range computer model for the same time period has even less snow from Madison to the north and west, but still pretty much has about a 4 to 6 inch snowfall from eastern Illinois into parts of Indiana. Temperatures, though, they definitely will be on a downward trend. Notice highs at or above, right around freezing through Tuesday of next week, and then those temperatures start to head down. And as we head toward next weekend and beyond, high temperatures only around 20. Nighttime low temperatures will also drop into the single digits. Weather track right now, lots of clouds here, although they are starting to break up a bit to the west. We've got the jet stream coming in from the west, and two branches of the jet stream kind of coming together, forcing the air downward, and that actually dries out the air a little bit. Planning your night, look for a low temperature of 23 in Pine Bluff, 24 in Marshall, 24 degrees in Cambridge, and we'll see variably cloudy skies, so at least some breaks in the overcast. 20 for the low in Madison, 22 in Lone Rock, 20 in Platteville, and 20 in Camp Douglas across the rest of southern Wisconsin. For tomorrow, high temperature right around 30 degrees. Skies again mostly cloudy, so seasonably cold. The average high temperature is 27. And as we look at future track, again beginning 9 p.m. Saturday, the snow getting into about Platteville, perhaps as far north as Madison, Jefferson, maybe even as far north as Columbus, but then everything moves out pretty quickly. By 3 a.m. it's already winding down, and by 6 a.m. we're left with just a few flurries, if anything. And again, snowfall amounts, if there are any accumulations, they'll be less than an inch, mainly from Madison southward. 7 to 10 day forecast, temperatures in the 30s through Tuesday. Snow shower chance Tuesday night into Wednesday. Again, some minor accumulations possible there. And then that trend toward colder temperatures, almost a daily chance of flurries, but nighttime low temperatures by Monday of the following week drop into the single digits.
And coming up in sports, the starting nod. Why Greg Gard put Connor Esigian in the starting lineup, and what Tyler Wall had to say about the freshman's performance. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Don't miss the new Lake Home and Cabin Show, January 27 through 29 at the Alliant Energy Center. New products and fresh ideas. You'll find everything for your getaway lifestyle at the Lake Home and Cabin Show, January 27 through 29, Alliant Energy Center.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Add comfort and style to any room of your home with new carpet from Marquee Industries. Choose from our wide selection of soft and luxurious carpet, available in styles and colors to match your decor. Save big money on Marquee Industries carpet. Enhance the beauty of your home with Mohawk laminate flooring. It's easy to install and features unique character and charm. Mohawk flooring is durable and water resistant, making it perfect for active lifestyles. Save big money on Mohawk flooring at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up.
But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Experience does count. When you're shopping for new furniture, a mattress set, or flooring, come to the experts at McGann Furniture and Flooring in Baraboo. Our experienced staff is well-trained in home decorating and will answer all your questions so you can buy with confidence. You'll find big city selection and an enjoyable shopping experience. And remember, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. Come see the difference experience can make at McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team gets results.
We're taking action for you.
Nearly 700 cases closed, more than $500,000 recovered, and we're not finished yet. When you need help, call for action only on News 3 Now.
No game this weekend to preview for the Wisconsin men's basketball team, so we're still going to talk about their win against Penn State, but mainly a move Greg Gard made with his starting lineup. Connor Esigian got the nod for the first time in his college career, and he didn't disappoint. CE3 scored 10 points in his starting debut. Well, now, why the change? Well, you could say Gard thought he earned it.
I mean, he earned it. I mean, I just felt he had earned it. So I wanted to give him a chance at it, a crack at it.
He's really grown over these last few games with me out. He's kind of taken a bigger step. And it's gotten into Big Ten play, and it's definitely gotten a little more physical. He's taken it head on. He's taken it as a challenge. Never backs down.
Now, with the Northwestern game postponed, Wisconsin won't play until next Wednesday, January 25th, when they travel to Maryland. That gives them 8 days off in between games. The Wisconsin women's hockey team is back home this weekend and looking to get their first win of the year. Yeah, you heard that right. The Badgers' last victory was back on New Year's Eve. Since then, it's been 5 straight losses. Not a spot this team thought they'd be in, but here they are. So how do they get out of it? Well, according to Mark Johnson, lean on each other and keep it positive as they head into their series with Minnesota State.
You know, all the outside noise that comes at you doesn't do you any good. The only people that are going to change things and push us in a positive direction are the people in the locker room, and you know, clear their minds out, clear the weeds out of them, and take all those negative thoughts and continue down the process of how we become better. And if you really want to become the best version of a good hockey team, and adversity helps you along that way.
And in case you missed it, the Golf Writers Association of America has named Steve Stricker their Ben Hogan Award winner. The award is given annually to a person who continues to be active in golf despite a physical handicap or serious illness. Remember, Stricker won 4 times on the Champions Tour and finished 4th in the Charles Schwab Cup playoffs after he battled back from an illness that hospitalized him twice and caused him to lose 25 pounds.
Very deserving. He just keeps going.
And we could use some of that weather.
Yeah, I hate seeing Hawaii when we're here in January, especially we're starting to kind of be more typical right now, Gary,
well,
in January.
We've actually been pretty fortunate. We have not had a lot of snow here in Madison. It's been much heavier up to the north. Live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Starting to see a few breaks in the clouds. Temperatures are in the upper 20s to around 30 degrees. These temperatures will be slow to fall thanks to the cloud cover. Across Dane County right now, 28 degrees in Middleton, 28 in Waunakee, and 26 in Sun Prairie. Look for temperatures to drop to about 24 by late evening.
All right, Gary, thank you. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. We'll be back tonight at 10.